Hello, my name is Jenna Savage, better known as Mochi in the CHESM community, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. If you're watching this video, it means you have an incredibly important role at your CHESM chapter's Make the Magic event, Check-In. As a member of the Check-In team, it is your job to keep things running efficiently. Guests will look to you for any and all information about the event, so it's important that you're prepared with answers to their questions. To ensure that there are enough people on the registration team, your Make the Magic coordinator should assign one person per 20 guests to this team. So if you're expecting 60 guests, you should have 3 people on the check-in team. Once you arrive at your event, you should set up your workspace in preparation for your guests to arrive. Before setting up registration tables, you should make sure that the location you choose is easily visible or accessible from the entrance of your event space, or that your greeters can easily send guests your way for check-in. If you're unsure about where to hold event registration, check in with your event venue for advice. After your table is set up, it's time to organize your materials. You should have an alphabetical list of guests' full names with their table number included. This can be found in your Make the Magic workbook. If you're splitting registration into 2 separate tables divided by last name, ensure that your paperwork is correctly split between the 2 tables. Next, if you have a bar at your event, have drink tickets ready to be handed out. Ensure that you know how many drink tickets each guest should receive. To ensure that your computers continue to work throughout the registration process, make sure that you have access to electrical outlets and power strips. Confirm with the venue ahead of time that they can provide these, and if not, make sure some counselors are assigned to bring them. If your chapter has pre-assigned paddles and assigned table hosts to hand them out later into programming, your registration team will not need to handle them. However, your chapter may decide to assign these at check-in. If that's the case for you, you'll need a stack of paddles at the ready. Ensure that you have an accurate list of which guest has which paddle number. This will be essential for checkout and acquiring donations made throughout the event and during the paddle race. You can record paddle numbers on your Make the Magic sign-in sheet. Lastly, you'll need a printed form to collect the guest's name, address, email, and phone number if your chapter is using a QR code for donations. If your chapter is not using a QR code, you'll also need a section on your form for credit card information. If you're planning on using QR codes for donations, ensure that your event venue has active Wi-Fi or good service. To prepare for any outages, it's a great idea to have hard copies of any donation information should Wi-Fi cut out or QR codes malfunction. Lastly, don't forget pens and paper. Now that you know what you'll need, let's talk about how to check a guest in. Once a guest walks up to you, kindly greet them and say something like, "Thank you so much for coming. My name is Mochi. Can I have your last name for check-in?" Look up their last name on your printed sheet of guests and mark that they have arrived. Hand them a check-in sheet to fill out and give them information about donations. Let them know that, if applicable, they can use a QR code to donate. They can use a pledge card, they can donate via check, they can donate via cash, or they can fill out credit card information on the check-in sheet. Make sure that they know if they choose to fill out their credit card information, the donations are processed within 24 to 48 hours through an online donation platform. Once they're processed, they'll receive a receipt to their email address, and then their card information is shredded. If you hand them their paddle at this time, record the paddle number next to their name and check-in information. Once all guests are checked in, your job as registration is complete. Make sure to keep all documents in a binder or folder so they don't get lost. Once all guests are checked in, your job as the check-in table is complete. Make sure to keep all documents in a binder or folder so they don't get lost. At this point, you'll become a floater, which is someone who helps anywhere they might be needed. Connect with your Make the Magic coordinator to let them know you're available to help. Now is the time to explore the activations yourself if you haven't already and mingle with your magical guests. I hope you have an extraordinary event alongside your fellow counselors.